do have a can opener.
Like, tell me where it is.
It's right here. Somewhere. There it is. There's a knife. Put this in here.
Okay, so today we're gonna make tuna rolls, very simple. I need our sun tortillas, cream cheese, 1 thing of cream cheese, and 3 cans of tuna. That's the ratio. So first we're gonna mix the cream cheese and the tuna. But this makes like 80 rolls, so I think we're just gonna do like not that many.
Half. What's Pupper doing over here? Destroying a toy. Look at you. You could do no wrong. Oh my gosh! Do it. Do it. Cheryl. Cheryl. What we did? We're gonna go back.
Wait, how much? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And do 2.
Oh my god, you're using a bread knife.
I know. So now, just dump it in there. Like so.
You're just eating the cream cheese.
Are these in water? Ah!
Ew!
Sorry. Come on, open. There we go. So we're just gonna dump that in there. Okay. That's gross.
Yeah.
In the good old US of A. Okay, so now you're gonna get your tortilla. And then you're just gonna slap some of that on there. Spread it out, roll it up, cut it up, and eat it. That's it. Okay, bye
Sounded
folks.
like a rat. We were recording this whole time.
I know. I have nothing to hide.
Hi.
What's up?
Back at it. Again.
With more unexciting food because we're poor.
Yeah. So this is called the Poor People's Mukbang in Los Angeles with Victoria and Ashley. I'm eating cereal, and it's off-brand cereal, so you know it's cheap.
I'm eating tuna rolls that I made, and I gave y'all some pretty basic instructions.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
You know what I forgot?
That's
The
all I'm
spoon.
eating.
Okay, I need a spoon.
My only complaint about my tuna rolls thus far is that this tortilla brand is, like, they're sweet, which is kind of weird. So, I'm not really sure why I'm eating sweet tuna rolls, but whatever. I'm hungry.
So what shall we talk about?
Today. So today I went to go interview a worker at an anti-trafficking organization for this research I'm doing. And so Ashley drove me to the location, and it was in a house. Did not look like an organization or like an office. Yeah, I was kind of concerned, and when I knocked on the door, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be some random person wondering who I am and why I'm here. But she's actually really friendly, and I went well, learned stuff. Ashley sent me this really interesting article the other day about how sex workers created their own bar, and it's probably the only sex worker owned bar in the world, and it's in Thailand. They're basically saying that like people exaggerate the amount of sex trafficking that happens there. Like there's definitely a lot of sex work, but it's not forced and it's not trafficking.
Mm-hmm. I'm eating cinnamon swirls. Sweetened whole wheat rice cereal with cinnamon.
How exciting.
I know.
I think I'm gonna go get Fruit Loops after this. Do you have saran wrap?
Saran wrap? You can check in that drawer right there. Tomorrow we're going to go to the Getty. And I've been there, but Victoria hasn't. And I'm going to take cool pictures of her in the garden. And we're going to have a picnic. And it's going to be fun. And then we're meeting up with some of my friends for her to meet before she leaves.
Right before.
Like right before.
What if I meet like my soulmate and then I just eat the next? I'm joking.
Oh! I'm going to go tell everybody in the group. Victoria's trying to find her soulmate.
Girl, don't dare. I'm joking.
She thinks I'm being serious though.
It's because that is something you would do. I don't trust you. This friendship is not built on trust.
Oh.
Just kidding. Yeah, honestly, you'd be surprised at how far you can go without trusting someone.
Oh, I do know. I do know.
Well, I was saying that more to the viewers.
Flashback to Vietnam.
To what? For a second, I took you literally. I was like, why did you go to Vietnam? That was loud. Sorry.
A-ding-a-ding. This is ASMR. I don't know.
Did I tell you about the first time I tried Fruit Loops?
No.
It's quite the story. Okay, so
Oh.
my family had just moved back to the U.S. from Portugal, and they don't have, or at least at the time, they didn't have Fruit Loops there. So when I tried Fruit Loops for the first time, I was like, changed, okay? I was 4, and so I had 7 full bowls, like this size bowl, not small ones, 7 full bowls of this in one sitting.
Gnarly.
Yeah, and then I threw it all up later. But I still love Fruit Loops, so.
That's like the night that I broke my own record for how many hot dogs I could eat. I ate like 7.
Wow.
I was like 10 years old, and I ate like 7 hot
Was
dogs.
this when we were at Disney?
No, this is when I was in Oklahoma.
Okay. We used to go to a school called Walt Disney. Not that we went to Disney together, sadly.
But when you said Disney, I literally thought you meant Disney World, because I
No.
was like, we've never been there together. I don't know where that cut off. So
But out of context, Ashley just said I was a beast. So we'll let you guess why she said that.
what's happening? She's a food beast. Yeah. Honestly, I admire people that can just like eat so much food, you know? I felt that used to be me, and I can't. And Mango is looking so cute right now. She's like watching us. But look how cute she is.
I made the mistake of giving Mango some of my tuna rolls earlier. So now she's expecting more food from me. Even though the stuff I gave her probably wasn't the healthiest. I don't know. I don't know much about taking care of dogs. As Ashley made fun of me earlier today.
Yep. She doesn't know how to take care of dogs. Because she wasn't allowed to have them.
My parents were allergic, apparently. And my apartment complexes never allowed pets unless you needed it for a medical reason. So like I did not grow up around dogs, cats. I had a fish once for like 2 months and then she died. That's the extent of my pet experience. So.
Yeah, so she's learning new things every second. Like, don't feed a dog human food.
How to work a leash.
How to work a leash.
That the dogs are not attacking each other, they're just playing. That you have to tell other dog owners that the dog is friendly. I didn't know that.
I've watched dogs that have attacked other dogs. Like, full on, like, bloodbath. And I was the one, like, trying to hold them, and the other dog was like, make them not fight. The one I was watching was an Akita. It was like 200 pounds, so it's like really big compared to me. And he was like buff, like he was kind of a puppy, so he was like raw. And he hated other dogs. So this building is full of other dogs, and it was really scary anytime. Like, why would you live in that building when you're so close together and your dog doesn't like dogs? I was on the slippery wet floor, and the dog ran after this other dog, and I fell on my ass. I like whoop whoop, and I like was drugged by the leash. And the owner starts yelling at me, "Get your f***ing dog! Get your f***ing dog!" And he just ripped into the other dog. Like, it was really scary. I was so scared, and I was like gonna cry. I was like, oh my god. The dog has to get stitches because the Akita like tore up his whole leg.
Did Akita's owner have to pay for that?
Yeah, so the guy came to the apartment afterwards. He was like in training to become like more friendlier. He was a rescue, and he has like a fear of other dogs.
That's really sad.
It was sad. Let's lighten things up.
We saw some sea lions today. The dogs of the sea.
Roar, roar, roar.
Yeah. They were just like sitting, sunbathing on the dock. It's a life, man.
Yikes. Whoa.
Yes, there's your proof that we actually have dogs here, and we're not just making this up.
We thought we could figure out the simulation the other day because we kept seeing old cars.
Really old, like 1950s, 60s.
Like Volkswagens.
And some of them were pretty okay kept. Some of them were like, they had spray painted on them. What was it? like get rid of me. Or
Like move me.
yeah, something like that. So they were totally old, out of place. And we just kept seeing them. We're like, man, the simulation is glitching. Timelines are crossing.
Yeah. Because it was like scary, like how many of the exact same car, like how dirty and old it was, were happening like right after another. And I was like, oh no. What's your favorite color?
Pink.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I like gold. That's probably my second favorite.
That's what I would have guessed. Your favorite color
I
was.
was going for the gold. Not silver.
Do you know mine? Like besides the salmon that I just said? What's like half of my wardrobe color?
Blue?
Yeah!
I was actually gonna
Maybe.
say blue. So in 7th grade, we had that Secret Santa among our friend group, and Alma had Yvette. So I asked Yvette what she wanted Alma to get her, and she was like, I don't want her to give me anything girly. Like, I'm not into that kind of stuff. And then she was like, tell her I want a purple diary. And I was like, girl, that is super girly.
Yeah, that is.
I was like, okay. I don't know what her definition of girly is.
I know.
And okay, so Ashley was telling me the other day that she found this notebook that my friend group used to pass around in middle school, where we would just like borrow it for the day or whatever, and then write whatever we wanted in it. But I created this like 2-page list of rules for the notebook, which, if you know me, is super me, because for whatever reason I love writing rules and like just setting what people can do. So then that reminded
She
me.
likes to control.
So that reminded me, it's like my way or the highway. No, I'm just kidding. So, around 6th grade or something, my neighbors Chloe and Molly got a small inflatable pool, and they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna put it in our grandma's backyard, and then kids in our neighborhood can come play in it at certain hours. And I was like, at certain hours, you say? So then I created like a pool's like rules, and then I hung it up on the fence.
Oh my god.
And I don't know why I'm like obsessed with rules and I'm just kidding.
What?
Break.
I'm just kidding. She's not a rule breaker. She's a rule follower.
If there's a rule and I have no interest in breaking it, and it's also not immoral if I don't break it, then I'm not gonna break it. She, on the other hand, will just break it because.
Oh, well, I'm a good person.
Yeah, she is.
I'm a good person.
So like one thing is cursing, because my mom is super like, no cursing ever, ever, ever. And now I still don't curse. I've never cursed. Mm-hmm. But I follow it more just to see like if I can go my whole life, like personal record.
I mean, because I obviously curse, but it's more of like a release of aggression.
Well, I curse in my head because like you can't really control your thoughts too much, but like I never let it escape these lips. And it's not even that